Shallow-marsh-yaker here. I'm going to be doing a quick overview on the mount that I have for my ATAK 140 for the Torqeedo. I've seen a lot of posts recently asking, hey, can I get some ideas, can I get some photos, pictures, whatever the case may be. Thought I'd give you a quick video, maybe just help out a little bit in some of the people's problems. Maybe my suggestions or little video here may help out a lot. I'd had the same problems probably somebody else had. I tried the old mount from the past and it just wasn't working right for me. I decided to go with a mount that Kevin Dismute makes. I'm glad I got a hold of him. He actually put me on the right stuff I needed. So this video kind of shows some of the stuff that I did to, I guess, get my motor in the right place and actually get it functioning properly, because the other stuff that I had before just wasn't working for me. I know the video is going to go a little quick, but at the end of the video I have some pictures that are going to be about 10 seconds each photo that may give you some information you need, so you don't have to worry about pausing the video, try to write information down. Any of the information that you get on the video that you can't find out, or the video is moving too fast, or the case may be, feel free to leave me a message. I'll get back to you with whatever I can to help you out. So you're looking here, you see where I have the little ring mount, and it goes back to the little cleat itself. That's where I'm actually going to be releasing the motor to raise it and lower it. See here, no problems, goes right into it. I'm going to leave the audio on this video. Normally I don't leave the audio. Normally I put music over it, or I will lower it down a little bit. I'm leaving it on the video this time purposely so that you can hear the sounds that it makes when dropping the motor, picking it up, or the motor itself when it's in the water. A lot of people have asked, does your motor make a high pitch? Does it make a certain pitch? Does it make a certain sound? Well, this video here should answer some of those questions to any of the people who have purchased Torqeedo motors. You'll know, hey, look, man, it's normal or it's not normal. I have 4 of these motors, so they've shot me straight and they shot me well. I've actually have the motor you can drop in the actual cassette there, or you look where the actual GPS is mounted. I have the motor that goes in that as well. I'm coming to find that I like this motor mounted in the rear a lot better, because if I'm in the shallow marsh, whatever the case may be, I can actually raise the motor and this and that, and I don't have to worry about bottoming out and scraping anything up. All right, so let's go over this video clip here. What we're doing here is we're actually trying to show you the way this thing is steering. So if you notice, I'm giving left rudder right now, right rudder, or actually in this case here, turning the motor left, turning the motor right. I left this video at the way I shot it. I left it at this angle because I wanted people to see how true the motor is keeping the kayak. It's a straight heading, not any deviation left or right. Matter of fact, that day the only deviation I had was from the wind or from the water movement itself. The motor itself was solid. It stayed in one general location, didn't drift left or right. It stayed one different direction. As a matter of fact, I found it to be a good thing versus a bad thing. I've told people in the past, hey, look, man, if you get this motor moving, if you open it up full throttle, don't try to turn it. Not like this, because what's going to happen is the motor wants to stay true, wants to stay straight. It's moving so fast that it wants to keep moving in that direction. I found that through trial and error of doing this, I would loosen up my steering bracket in the back. You'll see it here in a minute, or you'll see in the pictures later on, that little triangle looking thing that goes up top. That little piece there started coming loose, and it was only because I'm trying to steer, push the rudder, push the actual foot pedals to steer it, and the motor wants to keep going straight. So the power that's generated by the motor itself, it wants to keep going straight. You're wanting to turn it left or right, and the loosest or the easiest thing that's going to go is going to be the steering screw. And that there was a no-brainer. I figured out real quick that, hey man, there's just no turning this thing in full speed. You can just understand you're probably going to have to be tightening screws up every now and then, or here and there, because it didn't want to come a little loose. If you get this mount, or if you try this, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So slow down on the speed a little bit, back off the throttle, make your turns, make your adjustments, and then give it throttle again if you feel like it. So if you look here, you see a little triangle, little thing up top. That's what I was talking about right there. So right here in this portion of the video, I'm actually gonna leave the sound to it really well, because I want people to hear that the actual pitches that the actual motor comes up with and creates at different speeds. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and listen here for a little bit, and I'll come back with any information in a minute as the video goes on. You can see there, man, it's really pushing out a good little wake. So you're looking at the turns, and that's it. That's, no problem turning at all, none whatsoever. And you can see here, I never really gave it a lot of throttle. You don't need to. I mean, this thing, it's so easy to steer and turn on its own. I mean, the kayak moves so well with the motor mounted in the rear like this that you don't really have to give a lot of throttle making these turns. It's just, it turns so easy because the placement of the motor works out really well. Kevin did a great job at designing this motor where it's at, and it's a solid mount, man. I'm telling you, if you have any questions, give the guy a call. He'll shoot you any information you need. The guy sent me pictures, diagrams, all kind of things, man. The nicest guy in the world when it came to helping out with this motor mount. So you can see I'm really moving here. So listen up. So like I was saying, it's the motor mount itself it's a great mount. It's solid where it's at. Have no problems with it, no issues with it. This is just a quick video, like I said, to try to help out with some of the questions that people have had of, can I get pictures, can I get videos? I tested this in freshwater and in saltwater, and I've had no problems with this. As a matter of fact, I had another kayaker with me the other day, and he was holding onto my kayak, and I got us through the saltwater and the coastal, no problem whatsoever. Barges around us and everything else, and this thing handled like a champ. No screws needed to be tightened. Everything was in place the way it needed to be. Everything worked out real well. Very happy with the actual mount itself and the way it came out. Once again, thanks, Kevin. So you'll see pictures here at the end of the video. There's certain things I bought, you can buy from Torqeedo, that I use to mount the actual guideline itself to pick it up and lower it back down again. That was an extra little piece that I had. I put it on there. Worked out great. That's the best thing I'm using right now for lifting and lowering the motor. If anybody has any ideas, feel free to leave me one, but I think this one right here has been the best for me so far. It's worked out great. Someone said, why don't you use a hose clamp? And I found out the hose clamp might have been a little, with no friction, that it might have spun around quite a bit. So that I went with this here, I figured, hey, you know what, the plastic's already there for that reason, why not use it, give it a shot. So I hope this helps. Try to look at the photos. Like I said, if there's any questions, leave me a message. Send me a comment or whatever, and I'll do whatever I can to help out with whatever I can get you information to. I know the motors are a little pricey, but I promise you, this one here is absolutely worth it in the mount itself. At the end of the video is in the information for Kevin as well, so hopefully if you have any questions, shoot him a call, message, whatever the case may be. I mean, the guy's gonna help you out. Solid guy, man. So if you look here, I left the actual pictures so you can see things. You see the cleat itself, you see the eyelet it goes through, you see me holding it, ready to drop the wire. So I dropped the line. And there goes the motor, starting to lower itself down. And this photo here. So the next photo, I believe, is going to show the actual mounting system, how I did it with the rudder lines and cables, and you'll see here. Special shout out to Andy Bowen as well. That guy helped me out and we did a phenomenal job getting this together. It worked out like a champ. So you can see where we actually ran the wires, cables, the actual rings itself, and the actual little clamp that I was talking about. If you have any questions, like I said, leave me a message. I'll help out as much as I can. Here's Kevin's information. Shoot the guy a call. He'll take care of you. And as usual, man, I appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate it.